Guys, are you ready to listen to me brag for 10 minutes straight? Good, because that's what we're about to do today. So 2019 was pretty crazy for me. Like the beginning of the year, I was working this job that I hated, and I remember every single day I would sit inside of my cubicle and I would like look outside, and I would see things like airplanes and like people driving cars, like things that weren't really that weird, but I would be like, what does this person do that they can be free? And it was just always on my mind. I'd see someone walking their dog like at 10 a.m. and I was like, how are they free? How are they doing this? And I wanted that freedom so bad. And I said, this year I will become a full-time YouTuber. And back in January, it seemed crazy. I had 100,000 subscribers, and I said, at the end of this year, I'm gonna have 500,000 subscribers, and this will be my full-time job. And you know, months and months went by, and nothing happened. I didn't grow. I didn't get any views. All my friends and brothers and family said, you're crazy. This is not gonna happen. They said, why don't you set a more realistic goal? And I said, no, I'm going to hit 500,000 subscribers. I don't care what it takes. I will do it. And then like in I don't know, like freaking October or something, we hit 500,000, and now we're at 800,000 at the end of the year. I almost doubled my goal. I broke it by 300,000, and hitting 500,000 was such an unbelievable milestone, that's the word, that it still is hard for me to even understand that it happened. Like the growth rate was insane because of that, because of hitting 500,000 subscribers, and because of the views going up. In August 23rd, I was able to quit my job as a full-time environmental engineer and do YouTube as a living. I was able to quit my job as an engineer to play video games and make videos and run my own business for you. And that was a goal that I set back in 2016. And I worked every single day since 2016, every single day to get here. And the fact that it actually happened is so crazy to me. Like when I look back at what actually happened this year, I was getting so emotional earlier thinking about it, because I was like, we've been through so much, and like now we're here, and now this is it. Like this is me living my dream job every single day. It makes me speechless. So I'd really want to say thank you to everyone out there for making this year what it was. And I hope your year was just as good as mine, but it's just a dream come true. It's absolutely crazy. But that wasn't all that happened this year. One of the biggest issues I think I had was that I went to school for 5 years, and I had an insane amount of student loans, and they were going to follow me around my whole life. And I was like, I don't really want to have student loans my whole life. And I was looking at the math, and I was like, okay, here we go. All right. Oh, good. I only have to pay student loans for 35 years, and I'll be halfway done when I'm 65. And I was like, yeah, this isn't really what I want to do. And so I set another crazy goal at the beginning of the year. I said, by the end of 2019, I will pay off my student loans. And it seemed impossible, and it seemed pretty crazy, and everyone said, you're an idiot, just pay the monthly minimums and you're good to go. And I ended up paying off my student loans about a month ago, completely, and I'm so happy about that. I've lived extremely frugally in the last year. Like I have a cheap apartment, a cheap car, like I don't buy anything fancy. This is literally a white t-shirt with nothing, it's nothing fancy. I just put everything in my loans, and I paid it off before the year ended, and it was one of the greatest feelings ever. And I got a letter from them hanging right behind me, and it says, congratulations, your loan is paid in full on 11/17. That was the day I did it. So I just did that about a month ago, and that was such a huge thing for me, because to do that, to have this as a job, it's just insane. I literally cannot believe where my life is at right now. So you knock those two out, and you're like,
okay, cool, LoverFella, you're bragging.
I got some more, don't you worry. All right, I got a lot more. One thing I did recently was started what I think is one of the best Minecraft servers in the world, and over 30,000 people have logged into this server. We have like 400 average that are on at all times. It is literally one of the greatest servers I've ever seen, and it's something that I'm so proud of, because it literally became this massive community that I never imagined was possible. And now I can get on there, and I have like 100 people that I know on a, like almost a personal level. Like I would call them my friends. I've met people from around the world, and that's how I get to make my videos, and it's so cool to be able to meet you guys. So we got one of the best Minecraft servers in the entire world, and it's just absolutely incredible. But I think the biggest thing that happened this year, and the reason that this year went so well for us, was because we hired the greatest editor on the entire planet, Joao. I met Joao on Reddit this year, and I said, I remember meeting with actually I met with my tax guy first, and I said, hey, I made like this much money last year. And he's like, that's not a lot. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's literally like not a lot. He's like, when you have taxes, you pretty much made nothing. And I was like, okay, I guess YouTube is not doing as well as I thought it was. And then I told him, I was like, hey, tax guy, I'm thinking about hiring an editor. And he's like, you know, if you do that, you're actually going to be losing money all year. And I was like, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't realize that I'm going to make it this year. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. I'll be losing money all year. And I kind of went back, and I was like, dang, this guy, nobody believes in me. This is not going to be a good year. But I was like, I'm gonna hire an editor anyway. So I hired Joao, and I said, listen, dude, give me 3 months of your trust, and we will change our lives. 3 months and we will make it. 3 months, that's all I ask. And in 3 months, we blew up and we went from getting like 300,000 views a month to like 25 million views a month. And it worked. And what I said worked, and all the stuff I've learned finally worked, and we did it and we pulled through. And I went up to my tax guy again and I was like, boom, we did it. He's like, who are you? And I was like, what do you mean? The whole dramatic kind of thing I had planned kind of for months and months just didn't pan out for me. But hey, you know what? Dude got my business and he's happy. But yeah, Joao has been incredible, and we've made so many improvements together that it's pretty unbelievable when you look at how successful the server has become, when you look at how successful the videos have become and all this other stuff. It really just comes together. It's a lot of hard work, but it's really cool to see. And that was a huge thing to cross off my list this year, was getting a great editor. Something else that's really important to me every single year, and by every single year, I mean every single year for my life from before all the way up until I'm dead, is reading. Reading is like the most important thing to me, and if you're not reading, I feel like you're wasting so much potential. And my goal was to read in 2016 20 books. I did it. 2017 was 40 books. I did it. 2018 it was 60 books. I did it. 2019 my goal was to read 80 books, and I read 80 books already. I think I'm at 87 right now for this year. If I go to Audible and like look at books, I literally have read every single book that I can find. Like I'm struggling now to find books to read. I've read so many books. So I'm like going back now to like these old books from like the 1800s and stuff, and I'm like, well, I mean, book's a book, I guess. There's always something you can learn, and that's why I value books so much. I think if I spend 6 hours reading a book, but I only pull one single piece of information from that book, if that information changes my life, that was the best 6 hours I could have ever spent. And that's how I always look at it. I call those nuggets of information. Super weird. I don't know why I call it that, but that's what I call it. And I'm like, oh, I got a nugget. All right, put that in my back pocket. It's really just kind of how it goes on inside the LoverFella mind, folks. And then a crazy stat I wanted to share with you guys, which kind of just shows how good the year went. Back in 2016, when I started YouTube, I don't even know if I got 1 million views in that whole year. In 2017, I got 6 million views. That was pretty good. 6 million views in an entire year is not bad. 2018, I got 11 million views. I almost doubled what was before me. I went from 7 to 11. That was huge. I knew I was onto something. But in 2019, we not only got over 10 times more views than the year before, we crossed the 100 million view mark within a year. We went from 11 million views in 2018 to 113 million views in 2019. And that to me is unbelievable. But I also think there's nothing that I did that you guys couldn't do. There's nothing I did that no one else in the world couldn't do. Like, I'm not special. Like, if you look at my videos from like 3 years ago, you would say this guy will never do it on YouTube. He's not got what it takes. There's like no special recipe. There's like no special anything. The reason this year went so well for me was because the last 3 years of my life were spent working towards this right now. And so for anyone out there that wants this, that wants to be a YouTuber or a business owner or an athlete or whatever, an editor even, this is what it takes. Put in the work every single day for 3 years. Whether you're tired, whether you're sick, whether you're brokenhearted, you put in the work every single day, and then it'll eventually pay off. That's just how life works. That's how everything works. It's how the process of becoming successful works. And so I'm going to keep putting in this work. I'm going to set even bigger goals for 2020, and I am going to have the best year I've ever had in 2020. And each of you will be coming along with me and watching us grow. We're going to pass 1 million subscribers soon, and I'll just say the goals for 2020 are very big, and I'm very excited to share them with you guys. So thank you for watching 2019 in review. I went over some of the biggest milestones of the year, which I'm super proud of. If you guys like this video, don't forget to click here to watch more videos on this side. I think it's this side. And today I would love for you guys to go follow me on Twitter. I don't plug it much. It's at LoverFella TV on Twitter. I need some more Twitter followers because I do tweet some good stuff. As always, look at that screen, spread the love. Peace.